Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another installation of The Morning Build. I hope everybody has their coffee or tea with them as we get ready to finalize the Brixpedition from yesterday and also see if we can complete the Brixpedition for today as well. Strap in, folks. This could be a lengthy one. I have been checking the Discord. I have also been checking the LEGO Legacy Facebook page, where they tend to put information first, and have found that there is nothing really to report on. But in just a little over 24 hours, the Ghostbusters Brick Pace event will begin. And then we will see what it takes to actually unlock Winston, Egon, and the Ecto-1 at any meaningful and useful level. So, let's go ahead and take care of our game today and make sure that, all is well. All is well. So, we start off as we normally do, grabbing our extra 100 energy, or extra 200 energy, using our extra 100 gems. I'm going to come in here and once again, woke up early this morning because that's what I do. Got my Jester Go-Go tiles already. I still have not leveled up Barnabas, so we have to go in and find his tiles the old-fashioned way by hunting for them in the actual glyph hunt. So let's see how many we get today. 2 more here, and what you gonna give us? What you gonna give us? 0. And another one here. That's 3 tiles for Barnabas today. Nice. We still have 84 energy, so we'll go ahead and use some of that on Princess Argenta. Look at how close Argenta and Darwin are getting to being 7 stars themselves. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh! 0 tiles today from Princess Argenta's node. Major bum. Now, if I go into the events here, I can show everybody I have unlocked enough 6-star pirates to do the next level of Peg's Legs Treasure. Nin Pyro. I tried this all day yesterday, and I almost got it once. Now, I'm not going to sit here and try it over and over and over again for you guys because I would just fail a whole bunch and that would be really boring. So I'm going to complete all of the nodes that I have been. However, what I can tell you is that this latest node that I have access to here, what's happening? I'm hitting max loot and it's not doing anything. Yes? No? Maybe? Okay. Weird. Strange bug. But now it's on the board. What was I about to say? First, hello, T.O. How are you doing? Secondly, this tier 6 Nin Pyro. Jester Go-Go, hello. How are you doing? So this tier 6 Nin Pyro, I am just like this close to being able to clear it, even with using LeQuay on my pirate team. So my pirate team for this event looks like Cookbart, Redbeard, Darwin, Argenta, and Private LeQuay. And because of the way the mechanics work, I am actually like 1 hit behind on being able to complete this particular challenge at the next highest level. So I feel confident that when Princess Argenta and Darwin get up to 7 stars, which there's a good chance that they will be before this event comes around again, especially since I'm now going to be saving my cash so that I can level them up, that I actually might be able to complete it then. So more on that once we have them at 7 stars. The thing I like about that is my pirate team is made up of a completely 100% farmable team. Even if you count Redbeard, maybe it's a little bit less farmable, but Redbeard, you do get the 3 tiles every single day for free as long as you complete all of your quests for the day. So he's farmable, but it's a slow farm. Axel, what's up, dude? It's a known bug. You mean the max loot not working on the event? I'm assuming. What are we going to get today for our goodie bag? How do you feel about Brixpedition having one hard node with 10 attempts? Will the energy cost decrease or increase? Well, Jester Gogo, I think that question is actually a bit of a misnomer. And I'll go into that in just 1 second. I'll pull up the preview for the Brixpedition that we can see and go over why I think that is a probably inaccurate way to describe what actually the Brixpedition event is going to look like. My guess is they won't change the energy cost of the nodes. Yeah, I think that there's a chance that they could do it that way too. I think after how much everybody just straight up hated the last Brixpedition event, that we're probably going to see some what they consider to be pretty significant changes. We'll see if the community actually considers them to be as significant as the devs think that they are. Oh, more ability materials. Don't mind if I do. Thanks. All right. So, let's go ahead and take a look at this event. Jester, let me tell you what I mean here. So when you preview these events, right, you can see that there are going to be 4 regular nodes and 1 hard node at the end that has tiles tied to it. And then we can see that there are going to be 3 boards. And what a lot of people have been saying is, well, if you have the same amount of energy, but you have fewer nodes to spend that energy on, plus 1 hard node, if that node only has 10 attempts on it, how is this going to change the way that the Brixpedition functions? And I think my guess, and this is a total guess, my guess is that all of these boards are going to be significantly easier than they have been in the past. So if we refer back to the Governor Tyranny Lee Brixpedition event and how terrible that was, you had to complete the whole Lee event and then unlock Lee at a certain star level before you could even go into Governor Tyranny's Brixpedition board. And I think the problem with that was that everybody was spending their energy to get Lee up to some level where they could then go get the governor. And everybody hated that, and I think that the Gameloft team heard that pretty loud and clear. And so they've changed it to try out this new method. What I have a feeling is going to happen is that all 4 of these nodes, plus this hard node, are going to be significantly easier. I also think they will probably have removed the requirement that you have to have the Ghostbusters at a certain level before you can move on to the next board. So I think it'll be once you have cleared out this first board, it'll unlock the second one. Once you unlock the second one, it'll clear out the third one. I think what we're going to find is that most people are going to be able to unlock all of the nodes of all 3 of these boards relatively easily. So while it seems like there's only going to be 1 hard node where you can spend all of your energy to try to get tiles, in this case, the Winston node, I think in actuality, you will have 15 nodes, but they will be spread across 3 boards so that you have a board for Winston, a board for Egon, and a board for the Ecto-1, all of course leading up to the master event. If that is the case, then I have a feeling what the Gameloft people are thinking is that people will have 3 hard nodes to spend their energy on. My question is going to be, how much energy do we actually get? Because without being able to focus on a single character, it means that we're going to either have to pay for more refreshes for the one character that we actually want more of, or we're just going to be spreading out all of our resources across all 3 of these things with the inability to get any one of them up particularly high unless we spend lots and lots of gems or lots and lots of money if you haven't actually saved up enough gems over the past couple weeks to actually just throw your gems at this Ghostbuster team. Now, the energy requirements per level, Axel has suggested that the energy cost of the nodes won't change. I'm assuming, Axel, that what you mean, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that the first node of board number 1 will cost the same energy as the first node of board number 2. And then the 5th node of board number 1 will cost the same amount of energy as the 5th node of board number 2. And the same for board number 3. So each board actually will probably have the same energy requirements at similar node levels, if that makes sense. Now, tomorrow, all of this goes live. It's 9:15 now, so we've got 25 hours and 47 minutes, to be precise, before all of this goes live, and everything that I've said is either right or completely wrong. I think at this point, actually speculating on it is a bit moot, because it is going to be so soon before we get to see it, and because you've either been saving your gems up or you haven't, and at this point you are where you're going to be, right? So over the course of just today, if you were behind on your ability to save up gems, it's going to be practically impossible for you to catch up unless you purchase some. And if you're willing to purchase them, then you might as well just wait until tomorrow to see how the event actually works anyway and purchase them then. I will not be streaming tomorrow, but I will make a video of this when it goes live. By that time, it's entirely possible that everybody will have already done it. The video might be irrelevant, but for people who want some commentary on it, I'll be creating a video and just sort of throwing in my 2 cents, comparing specifically this Brick Pace event to the Lee Tierney and Governor Tierney Brick Pace event, just to see if they've improved it all. Jester Gogo, could we farm all the Ghostbusters to 3 to 4 stars from the Brick Pace store? So Jester, we have yet to actually see what their event store is going to look like. Currently in the shop, you'll notice that the event store is missing, right? It usually goes somewhere around here. And until we actually see that event store, that is up for speculation. Everybody's guess is that all 4 of the Ghostbusters are going to appear in the event store, probably for a very, very high price, for a very high number of, what are they calling them? Ecto packs? But this would be similar to, say, the Yeti event, right? The Yeti event has the Yeti available from certain nodes, but it also gives you a currency for that particular event. And the Yeti is also in the event store for his event during the duration. I have a feeling it's going to be the same way for the Ghostbusters. We will probably see Peter, Ray, Winston, and Egon in there. Whether or not the Ecto one is also in there, a bit more dubious. We have yet to see sets in event stores, even while events are live. So is it possible to farm them to 3 to 4 stars from the Brick Pace store? My guess is going to be yes. Whether or not you will be able to do that as free to play is probably no. You will probably need to shell out some cash unless you've been hoarding gems and can use those for refreshes. But there's a good chance that yes, you will be able to farm them. There is a very, very low chance that you'll be able to do it without dipping into your wallet. Okay, let's see which quests I still have to do here. I think I'm collecting some energy since it's after 9. I'll grab the login bonus, and then I think we need to come in and do an arena battle before hopping into the Brixpedition from yesterday to try to complete. Alrighty. Let's go finish out some of this campaign energy. I hope it's going to be 10 tiles for 300 Ectopack. Tio, great. You keep hoping for that. Yeah, Axel bringing the point home. You'd like 10 tiles for 300. I think you might want to wish upon every falling star you see tonight to see if that happens. The likelihood of that is practically zero. But yeah, Basil was 3 tiles for 1,000 currency. I think it'll be closer to that. We might see some price. We might see the price lower only because there are 4 characters that you have to get. So 3 tiles for 300 might be more realistic, given that you're going to be spreading your currency across 4 different characters all at the same time. But even still, I think it's incredibly doubtful that we see anybody who's able to get the Ghostbuster team up to a star level above 4 that hasn't shelled out literally hundreds of dollars. Okay, who do we have available in our arena today? We've got this pretty standard pirate team here. We only got pushed back to 54 overnight. That's pretty nice. 45 is a better team that I would like to fight. So we're going to come in here and do this one. Now here we do know that Barnabas is going to taunt and get his counters off. So we're going to do a whole bunch of damage to him first. We can't really prevent it from happening. And he taunts a little too quickly for us to be able to target Redbeard first, which is what we actually would want to do. So we're going to just go ahead and start by throwing some damage onto Barnabas. Now we are actually going to be saving Argenta's cannon for the second go round in order to, because we can get the stun from Redbeard on the first round because Barnabas has too many buffs, as you just saw. Also, if you can't kill him in one round, just like this, they're going to heal him up anyway, which makes it increasingly important that you then have the cannon available to stop him from countering for the rest of the time, like so. Okay, now we have also locked Redbeard out of his abilities. I am going to actually, let's see, both of their healers have healed. So I'm going to take this opportunity to Salty Seas, so to get my team up nice and high. Barnabas still has his inability to do anything helpful, and he's out. They are done with their tank. And now they're just done. So I'm gonna auto battle this for the rest of the way. I should be able to kill Magisto with not too much of a hassle, and then we switch on to, yep, there it is, an 11,000 point crit from Redbeard. I'll take that, man. I'm building Tahu from 2001 on Studio. Tia, what do you mean? Is that a Lego set that you're building on, what do you mean on Studio? Like on the computer? Like you're building it, like you're modeling it? Okay. And now, back to the Brixpedition. So, for those of you who are joining in fresh, yesterday we got into this node and managed to clear out the first round of ninjas, namely Wu, Naya, Kai, Lloyd, and Zane. Anybody who plays this game regularly enough knows that the second round of ninjas is then Garmadon, Jay, another Lloyd, another Wu, and another Naya. And that's where we got hosed. I was able last night before the reset to come back in and get Lloyd down from that second round team. So I should be able to complete this board relatively easily with only one team, and I'm going to go through several attempts to do so. Before I do that, however, I'm going to go put characters in the excavation, because as soon as I complete this final node, it's going to kick me into the next board of Brixpedition, and I need to have already put characters in the excavation or I won't get these bonuses for the following map. Who is the best Ghostbuster? Axel says probably Slimer, and Venkman is a good DPS. Winston looks like a decent tank. Yes, I actually agree with everything that Axel has said. Based on their statistics, it looks like Slimer, if anybody is able to get them, is going to be an excellent attacking asset to anybody's team. He is fast. He is very hard to target. He's got a significant number of debuffs, and he does a pretty decent amount of damage. Venkman also hits very, very hard. He actually has the highest like raw attack in the game, especially at 7 stars with his full stats. Highwayman comes close, but Highwayman actually gets a little bit of a bump above Venkman because of the way he synergizes with his own stealth. So if you remove stealth and take that out, Venkman actually does more raw damage than the Highwayman does. But adding the stealth mechanic back in, the Highwayman will attack faster and will attack a little bit harder than Venkman does. Winston looks like a decent tank. Yes, also very true. We have yet to see how Winston is going to hold up on any team other than the Ghostbusters. Winston is where I'm looking at spending most of my event currency, I'm pretty sure, because I want to gather all the characters that can generate their own courage to see if it actually makes the fire station viable. I'm still on that train. I'm gonna figure it out. All right. So, who can we add to this Brixpedition? Attacker, City, and Spooky Heroes. We need to get up to 300,000. I'm going to see if I can add a whole bunch of characters that I know I won't need to use and how high up they can get. I'm not going to use my Castle or my Explorer Aurora or any of these guys. I'm not going to use any of these guys. I'm not going to use Kai. I will possibly be using these guys. I will not be using any of my castle characters. There we go. So I reached 300,000. Although, yeah. So I reached 300,000 without dedicating any of the characters that I'm going to need in order to try to complete this final Brixpedition node before we can go on to the following map. So, on the following map, we should have all foes lose 10% dodge, all tank heroes gain hardy, and all heroes gain defense up 2. Great. Back to the map. Let's go into this final node. We are going to use our main pirate team. I'm going to, let's see. Okay. So here's one thing you have to be careful about. The number of guild allies at your disposal will reset when I go on to the next Brixpedition board. However, which guild allies are available will not. So if I use this high-level Scarlet now, she will not be available on the next board, despite the fact that my guild ally attempts will reset. So we're going to come in and use a character that is a little bit less likely to be 100% necessary for me on the next board and see how it works. I do have 10 attempts here at using guild allies, so I think for synergy purposes and all that kind of stuff, I'm going to throw in somebody's buddy Valiant. The next map is collectibles, as Axel has pointed out, so the likelihood that I'll actually really need any of those higher guild allies is relatively low. That's what he's hinting at there. But just in case, we'll do it this way. Now, their woo is halfway down, but he's going to get that stealth right at the beginning. If I can, I'm going to take out Digi-J first. Garmadon is going to smash for lots and lots of damage all day long. But, and normally we'd actually probably try to take out Naya before trying to take out Digi-J because she heals him. But under the circumstances, too bad. I'm gonna toss up the taunt on Valiant. I would much rather that Garmadon and everybody else just try to hammer on him for a while. Now we're seeing Digi-J get basically full up again. Trying to go for the assist, we get it. We do get a bit of a heal on the Dig. We'll give our Valiant a nice big toss. Okay. Now, unfortunately, with Naya up, it is very, very hard to thwack DigiJ. I need her to not be in stealth anymore. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is super frustrating. Also, he has Hardy. All right, well, I guess we should have just gone for Garmadon first, because this sucks. So, we're going to exit and restart. Now you know why you don't fight DigiJ first while Naya is still alive and stealthed and you cannot attack her. So, attempt number 2. Let's use... Maybe I'll use the Highwayman. Yeah. I'll throw Highwayman on here and just see if I can get a nuke. I also have another Valiant, so if this doesn't work, I'll throw in this second Valiant down here. Most will get Garmadon by next week. Oh, you mean have him unlocked? I guess that's true, huh? Because you only need 20 to unlock him. Okay, so we have no tanks. Something we're going to have to keep an eye on. We have Naya in her stealth. I am not going to be stealthing with the Highwayman because I want him to be available as another target, exactly like that. It is easier for me to handle this team if they spread the DPS around. And can we complete Garmadon? No! Oh, thank goodness. Whoo! Did you see that? We got the dodge in there, and then he took enough damage from all of the dots that we managed to get him anyway. Get the assist. Get the assist. Yes. Wu is gonzo. Now we only have Naya and Jay. As soon as Naya is available to target, we will be targeting her. I am going to use a heal. I'm actually going to use a heal on Redbeard. I would rather keep Redbeard up than everybody else. I'm going to stun DigiJ because he has all 3 of those buffs on him. So sorry. Hashtag sorry, not sorry, really. Great. Now, Naya is not stealthed, so we're going to come over here and try and take her out as fast as we can. Come on, Nai. I'm gonna overload the damage because just to make sure if it hits that she dies. Thank you. Great. Wonderful. And now DigiJ, go bye-bye. Let's see if we get an assist. We don't, but we do get a dodge. Wonderful. That'll do 140% damage. So we'll do the Highwayman special build ability. And we are clear. So Tio, 15 tiles of Garmadon. You're gonna have to finish out this week of Brixpedition and then do 2 more weeks before you got him. I'm gonna need 2 more weeks of Garmadon as well here. I do have only 20 tiles left to go before we are at 4-star fire station. 4-star fire station. And then we can start seeing what happens when the characters die and maybe sort of come back to life. Ooh, let's see. We get another fire station tile here. And another fire station tile down here. Okay. So, working backwards. Level 58 collectibles. Meh. Not worried. We are going to be coming from this bottom node. Luckily, pirate and castle required. Excellent. Which means we're going to have to fight this node. Ugh. You guys know how much I love this node. Great, but we don't have a choice, we have to deal with it. Node before it, fine. Node before that, fine. Requirements, nothing in particular. Node before that is fine. Node before that is fine. Now we're gonna be down here with this fire station. Oh, check that out. Some ninjas early in the battle, all right? Opponents here, no problem. We're going to be coming down this way. That's a weird team composition, but I guess that's why it's there. And then another sort of odd collection of teammates to throw in all together. We do get 7 guild allies today. So we're going to make the most of it. All right. Redbeard has nobody to synergize with, but the set is the pirate raft. So we will begin by taking him down. We will follow that up with the chicken man. See if we can lock him out of his AoE. We do. Oh, Argenta with an excellent dodge. And locking out Verda. Look at all of this damage. I was hoping that that would have cleared off more people, actually. I'm going to go ahead and use the hiker's heal here. Their hiker already used his heal on the last turn. I'm going to take out Verda first, and she's about to go, followed by the chicken man. Let's see. Argenta not going to dodge that one. We get the assist. Highwayman goes down, down, down. Sweet. Tio, Vintage is going to make all of Pip down? When? Okay. Here we go. Ice Station Odyssey. Still not using any guild allies. We're actually going to try every single node for the vast majority of them, using no guild allies at least once, just to make sure that we can save them for those nodes toward the end where we actually really need them. Wow. Look at all of this that's going on. Okay, we can take out... I'm going to put... Great, got the Dizzy. Exactly what we wanted. And now, oh, wow, look at all of these. Look at all of these people so low on health. They don't have a healer, so I'm going to go ahead and take out Magisto. And then take out LeQuay. Now let's see. I guess it doesn't really make much of a difference right now. We know that's coming, but he's probably going to die in one hit now. Great. And we were saving the hiker's heal for this moment right here. Boom, boom, boom. Now, who do I toss the heal onto? I'll put that on Cook Bart. Great. When will we be getting non-such? Jester, that is unlikely to happen for several months. So, the remainder of this month cycle is dedicated to the Ghostbusters. They have made it very clear that the next cycle is going to be a rework of the space team. So until they finish with that, I think the chances that we see Admiral Nonsuch are essentially 0. We don't know what is going to happen after the space team yet. There's been some speculation. There have been some people doing some data mining stuff that have guesses, but they haven't released a roadmap yet for the development of this game. So we don't actually really know what's coming yet. All right, we have no choice but to attack Lloyd, so that's what we're gonna do. Woof. Now let's see. There's several heals waiting to go around. The hiker is probably about to use his. So we are going to actually move our damage over to Zane. Ooh. This speed down for 2 turns? I don't want it. Alright. Kai is up. Kai does the most damage and is the one we actually really want to take out first. Because when he hits, I cry. Oh, excellent cannon from Argenta. We take out 2 at once. I like it. Okay, now everybody really needs to stop picking on my hiker, man. Come on. Spread the RNG around. Now we're going to take out the chef with the ultimate, if possible. Ah, boo. Too slow. The hiker got his heal off. Does he have any dots? He does not. I don't know. Time bomb for 2 turns is when the next one is going to go off. So that means that we have to kill him now. All right. All right. All right. I think we're about to get to a board that might require a little bit of careful attention. There's one coming up here. Well, we will see. Give me that fire station tile, yeah. You like my fire station tile song? It's pretty lame, but that's all I've written so far. Tio, how many Lego sets do I have? Do you mean in real life or in Heroes Unboxed? Man, they are just obsessed with giving me teams with ninjas and Lloyd. They're like, hey, you know what Matt constantly struggles with? Ninjas. We should totally give him more of them. I think he'll really appreciate that. To which I have to say, thank you, Gameloft. You are sweet. Super, super duper sweet. I appreciate all that you do for me by giving me ninjas at every turn. Aren't you nice? I'm taking out Naya because she's gross and she smells funny. I heard that from somebody who dated her. Goodbye, Naya. Leave me alone forever. Now, I don't want to attack Kai while he has counter, so we're going to focus on Zane instead. Until he's gone. Now this should be a big enough attack to actually take Kai out. If it hits. Tio, how many Lego sets do I have in real life? The answer to that question is... I really would have a hard time calculating it. I have, in my adult life, in my apartment here in New York, I have 6 or so, I think. How many do I have here? Without stepping away from my computer. The number, let's see, without stepping away from my computer, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then another full set of those. I've got probably 15 to 20 of them here as an adult in my childhood home. I have, I don't know, probably like 40, 50 of them. I was raised, you know, I grew up in the 90s and Legos were pretty huge. So I have a whole bunch of the classic ones. I have a lot of the Aquanaut stuff. I have a fair amount of the classic space stuff, a couple of the town ones. I was big into the castle for a while and a lot of the Space Explorer teams. Now I have a lot of the more collectible style ones. So I have a lot of the Star Wars ones or like certain race cars and stuff like that. Will the space rework, could we see raids also? They could occur at the same time, or space rework will occur before that. It is uncertain for now. Yes, Axel has answered that question. Basically exactly what I would have said. It is unclear when raids are going to come out. We do know that they are working on them, but that's about the beginning and the end of our information on that one. I have a feeling that the space rework is going to come out slightly before the raids, but I have a feeling that they might use it to advertise the raids so that people have more of a reason to actually make use of the new space team rework. I'm really looking forward to the space rework. I'm really looking forward to them adding in more classic space figures at some point. I think that space shuttle set that they have in there that is like the last or second to last node in the monolith hunt, the monolith campaign, there we go, is a really cool set. There's just only one classic space character, so it's kind of useless right now. Okay. As is normal for a castle team, we have to spend everything trying to defeat Jester Go-Go as quickly as we can right at the beginning. It looks like we will succeed. And now what we want to do is prevent Barnabas from doing all of his crazy counter moves. We definitely have to get this heal off with the hiker. Come in here and bam. Oh, look at all those crits from Argenta. Nice. I like it. I accept you and all of your crits. We still have the taunt on Barnabas, so we still have to keep focusing on him. I'm fine with the debuffs right now. Let's see. Barnabas has Hardy, but I need to take him down at least to 0 so that he then dies on the next hit, just like that. Okay, now. Whenever a hero with a stack of enchantment would be defeated, they take no damage and gain Hardy, and it clears 1 stack of enchantment. Okay, so what we want to try to do is kill Magisto, but that's going to be very, very difficult right now because he has both counter and enchantment. I don't really want him to be countering me, but I also don't want him to be alive. And also King Brutus is about to get his taunt ready to go. Verda also has stacks of enchantment. Oh god, there's just no right answer for this. So I think I'm going to actually just get Verda down to basically nothing. Oh, great. Perfect. And we killed her. I accept this. Because of all of the bonus attacks, wham bam, thank you ma'am. I'm not wasting my ultimate when somebody still has enchantment. I love that enchantment is effectively a double stack of Hardy. I mean, it's absolutely nuts. Somebody has enchantment on them. They can't die. They get Hardy instead. So, you take somebody down to 0, like that, and they get Hardy instead of taking damage, which means that you have to kill them essentially 3 times, or more, actually. I guess more, because then they can get Hardy, and then they can get more stacks of enchantment again afterwards. Look at this, man. Okay, I just need somebody assist. Nope, nobody assisted. Alright, well, we got it anyway. Let's see. They will give time to people to farm space characters by telling them they are useful for raids, like they did with Ghostbusters against ninjas. When could we see the Woo and Primo event again? And I just got up and watched the door, and I saw Blacktron 2-tile and Black Classic Space tile. Oh, you mean for class? Yeah, Classic Space. Sorry, 2 characters. Yeah, Blacktron and Spaceman Reed. When could we see the Woo event and the Primo event again? So Jester, Lego and Gameloft decided to hold the Primo event. The Primo event was actually slated to have recurred by now already, but they held it because of some of the political situations going on with the raids, not the raids, sorry, that is the very wrong word. They held it because of the political situation going on with a lot of the riots having to do with police treatment, Black Lives Matter, and all that kind of stuff. This is not a political podcast stream, sorry. This is not a political stream, so I'm not going to get into my personal feelings about any of that, but I will say that they did very publicly announce that due to the political situation, they were just opting not to release their policeman character into the game right now. Because of that, they also did not specify a time when they were going to put Primo's event back in. So the answer to that Primo question is we don't know, and it's likely that Gameloft also doesn't actually know, because it's doubtful that they would re-release him before any of this died down, or before they have had an opportunity to revisit either his character model or the description of some of his abilities or something, to just try and remove some of the political factor from the minifigure entirely. The answer to the second part of the question, when will we see the Woo event again? I think we're going to see the Woo event relatively soon. We've seen a bunch of the Brick Pace events come back around. We have seen Scarlet and Hank come back around and into the store. The only difference, though, is that Woo is a master event like Primo, and we haven't actually seen any master events come back along in the cycle. So I have a feeling in the next couple of months we'll see Woo again. I have a feeling that it will come back when they just find that they have a hole in their schedule that they need to fill, and they'll just plug it with another Woo event. I think at this point, everybody has enough pirate characters that when they re-release the Woo event, we're going to see Woo everywhere. And I wonder if they're concerned about that at all, and whether or not they're holding off on it for that reason. Okay, what is this next node? Level 48, gear level 6. It's level 48, so I'm actually not super concerned with what the team is right now. All right. Got it. So Explorer Aurora goes first. They have no tanks. They have no stealth. We get to target whoever we want, whenever we want, for the duration of this battle. I'm going to give the Hiker's heal right from the beginning, because he should get enough turns for it to come back again before we get to the end of this battle. Let's see if I can lock her out of healing herself. Brilliant. We do. And then she dies on her own. Wunderbar. I would like to try and prevent Cactus Girl from countering. I succeed. We'll go ahead and take her out really fast since she's getting low anyway. We're going to definitely heal our Redbeard and take out Cactus Girl with a basic attack here. Now, we've got Businessman Trent and Zane. I am going to take out Zane first. I get Hiker's heal back on the next turn. This is wonderful. I get Cook Bart's heal back on his next turn. All I need to worry about is the Hiker living long enough to get his heal off. So we're going to use Lucy on this Businessman Trent with 3 buffs so that I can get the stun on him while we finish then going around and ending everybody else. This has been a very smooth fight against a team that admittedly we knew was going to be really easy ahead of time. All right. And down we go over here. Okay. So, now we're getting into those opponents that I might need to pull an ally for. But it won't be this team. This team is going to be Sans ally. Okay, what are we looking at here? So, there is no healer except essentially for Scarlet. So what I'm going to actually do is hammer on Hank. I'm just going to deal with Scarlet's taunt for the first round, because as soon as it goes away, I can then finish taking out Hank and be done with the whole thing. I'm going to save the heal. I'm going to stun Scarlet. Perfect. Now, I want to take Hank out. Brilliant. Scarlet is also locked out of using all of her abilities. This is excellent. Plus, she's getting kind of low. She does have defense up 2, which is a bummer because she's already hard enough to kill as it is. All right. I'm going to be getting some more turns in here, but I want to take off. I definitely want to be taking off the Dizzy from Redbeard. One of the biggest things that this team does is counter, so we want to prevent that as best we can. We're going to take out Verta, and then if we can take out Willa, we should be pretty good to go. Yeah, I'm just going to overkill this one. Commander Cold. Commander Cold, I think, is kind of a sleeper character. And I think maybe it's just because nobody's running space for any particularly good reason. But his ability that buffs his team is pretty solid. He gives a lot of very good buffs to the team. There's a lot of defensive potential coming out of Commander Cold. They did release that poll that Kelvin definitely needs that rework. I think she's going to be getting it. I think, honestly, they should rework Kelvin and Blacktron at the same time. I don't know if they will, because it'll end up splitting people's interest, so to speak. Okay, lots of resurrections coming from this team, but relatively low damage. So we're going to come in here with our pirate team. We're going to attempt it with no guild allies. And this is because the next fight is the one where McGild allies is going to be particularly importante. All right. So, we need to get Explorer Aurora first. We are not going to be able to get her, though, before the Yeti taunts. Jester also has his taunt, and whenever we start hitting him, he's going to be healing people. We just have to remember all of this and try as best we can to lock Jester Go-Go out of getting his taunt off when it finally becomes his turn to do so. The other thing that we want to focus on here is trying our best actually not to kill everyone really, really fast. Okay, we spread and overworked. Now, the Yeti has enough debuffs, enough buffs on him that I can kill him. Explorer Aurora is about to get her turn anyway. So in this case, I actually am going to kill the Yeti because Explorer Aurora is about to go anyway. I am now going to give everybody attack up. Okay. Now we know that every single time we attack the Jester, it is going to heal, or I mean, pretty much every single time, it's going to heal whoever has the lowest health. There's very little that we can actually do about this. We just have to deal with it. Now that the Jester has his taunt, do we need to prevent him from... I think I'm actually going to Salty Seas. I'm going to top up Darwin. I'm still going to actually save my taunt. No. Okay, I'm going to use my taunt here because it just takes one more turn away from us attacking Jester Go-Go while he has his taunt up, which, as previously mentioned, heals whoever has the lowest amount of health on the team. Okay, I am not going to go overkill bringing him back, but we do know that Explorer Aurora is going to get her res back again. We just have to get Explorer Aurora out of the game. This is perfect. So the Yeti used his res. We still have no taunts available to us. This is great. I have to leave Jester Gogo where he is and try and take out Explorer Aurora first. Great. Explorer Aurora is gone. Now I'm going to take out Jester Gogo since he's low, while the Yeti is locked out of his abilities anyway. Valiant playing excellent D for the team. Let's take out this Yupster. Goodbye, Yuppie. Okay. Valiant. Excellent. With all the debuffs, gets a really big heal off on himself and on the rest of the team. Now we can actually heal him to full and take out Commander Cold as quickly as we can. Great. That battle actually went really, really well. Tio, good that Gorwell is not going to be reworked. Honestly, I don't think enough people have Gorwell for her to have been voted that high up in that poll. I mean, you'd have to be able to play with a character and choose not to because they are particularly bad or particularly useless in order to know that you want that character to be reworked. The number of people who have Gorwell is like 4. So I think Gorwell, and also Gorwell's pretty strong. So all that combined, I don't think that there's going to be much call to rework her anytime soon. Okay. This next fight is going to be the hardest fight of the game. So, we are going to try our best to take it out with an excellent guild allegiance. I'm going to resume my normal battle stance with my hiker. And then I'm going to add the 7-star Scarlet on the team so that she can soak up the damage and maybe I won't die. Because I hate this team. Not as much as the ninjas, Joe. The level million ninjas are definitely worse. Okay, so they have stealthed the Scarlet. Interesting. We will basically just have to smash away at Redbeard, I guess. I want to lock Redbeard out of using his cleansing ability, though. So what I'm actually going to do now is spread some of this damage around. I'm going to grab this heal first. Let's see if I can lock Redbeard out. I do. Oh, barely not enough to kill him. Sadness. But we don't need to clear Scarlet's taunt because she's going to lose it right now anyway and gain it right back as I just attacked Redbeard again. Wow. Okay, well, now we have very little choice. I think I'm going to deal damage to everyone. I know that this increases the chances of the counterattack, and the counterattack does come, but there's very little we can do about it anyway. Okay, let's spread a bomb around. Now, I am going to... She's locked out of her ability. He's locked out of his. He's locked out of his. I am going to use Salty Seas now. Let's get Argenta up. Let's get our Scarlet up. Let's take their Scarlet down to Funkin' Town. Did he get healed up past half? No, he did not. That is excellent news because it means that Redbeard is gonzo. Oh! But we lose our Argenta in the process. I'm gonna just deal with that. I'm just gonna have to live. I'm not gonna redo this all again just to bring Argenta back and lose the use of my guild ally Scarlet. Too bad, so sad. And now that Master Wu has already done his special ability, I don't necessarily need to target him first. So we take out the Argenta. Now we can go back on to Wu. I am not going to heal Buddy Scarlet anymore because she doesn't come with me anyway. And that turned out to be the right decision, I think, because we need to use this heal on you. Can we take out Cook Bart right now? No. He's going to heal himself. That is perfectly acceptable. Because it should give us... Great. Dunzo. All right. Going into the next fight, this is collectibles. Collectibles are not nearly as dangerous as the ninjas or anyone else. So I am going to swap out... Oh, this should be fun. I'm going to swap out Argenta for LeQuay, and then as my guild ally, I'm going to use Valiant. So LeQuay gets a little bit of a boost. This should be funzo. Alrighty. What are we looking at, folks? What are we looking at? The first person that I need to take out is going to be the crash test dummy because he's going to taunt anyway, possibly with counter, and I would like him to not have counter before that happens. I would like to take him as low as I can before he gets counter, should he get counter at all. The other thing to note is that I can save the Lucy. Ooh, and we just completely lock him out of his abilities anyway. Let's give everybody attack up. We give our LeQuay nice and prepared, so we get a guaranteed crit from him. Yes, sir, we will. So much healing. Everybody's healing. Healing, 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 healing. But too bad, so sad, no mass healing for you. Whoa! They managed to kill the hiker! I guess I should have taunted. That's what I get, I suppose. Okay, now they only have one debuff. I've got Valiant coming up. I'm gonna take out the fitness instructor next. Use Gorwell as a shared hero. I have to see if anybody in my guild is actually sharing Gorwell as a hero, as an option. Oh, look at all of these debuffs. I will take this heal now. Thank you very much. And I'll take this heal now, which means they might be healing. They are. Okay, Private LeQuay gets prepared. Jester, I'm in one of the ME guilds. I'll have to double check after this one. I can't actually remember the name of it off the top of my head. Alright. And then the zombie goes. Oh, I should not have used that. Oh well. Zombie coming back to life. Let's see. I'm gonna save this heal. Oh, nice dodge, dude. Of Of course, I would rather that dodge was just removed from the game, even though that takes it away from my chance to get it. Okay, so I forgot to save Redbeard's ult. I am not going to be able to deal enough damage to the Yuppie to kill him before the Yeti taunts. So we're just going to taunt with Valiant, mostly because I want to focus the hiker's attention away from the people on my team that are actually useful. Oh, we locked the Yeti out of taunting, which means that we are going to switch over to the Yuppie. If we can target him, come on. Oh, there it is. Woo! I don't know how you would have targeted the Yuppie if you were playing on a phone or a tablet right now. They still very badly need to fix the way that that works. Okay. I think I'm just going to take out the Yuppie. Brill sauce. Brill sauce, for those of you who are not aware, is when your sauce is just too brilliant for words. Alright. Yeti is out skis. Now, grit down, time bombs. LeQuay is not going to benefit from my heal. So, I'm just going to use... Wow, nice double attack, dude. I'll go ahead and taunt again with Valiant. The Highwayman goes. There's only one buff on Valiant. Oh, look at that. Quadruple 8s on the ability, and Highwayman takes out our ticketed tank. Now I am going to cleanse Redbeard. I was about to say that feels like LeQuay is about to meet his end. And we were not wrong. But now, all we have is the hiker left. Darwin, failing to dodge, even though that's his only useful job. But the Highwayman has too many buffs and takes the stun from Redbeard. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of Brixpedition Board 5. Is that what we're on? Board 5? Board 6. That's the end of Brixpedition Board 6. Alrighty then. So let's go ahead and add all of the healers. All of the characters that we have left at our disposal that have tags into this team to get it over 600,000. Oh, great. I added a few extra ones. Doesn't really matter. So for tomorrow's day 7, what do we get? All heroes gain critical chance up for 2 turns. All heroes gain 15% attack for the entire battle. And all heroes gain 1 stack of prepared at the start of battle. This could be huge, considering that tomorrow is Ninja Day, and it's day 7. So, hopefully that'll work out. Oh wait, did I leave before I actually put them in? No, okay, great. Got all the check marks, sweet. We're gonna move up here, and we're gonna end the stream today with another arena battle against this team right here, because this is a terrible, terrible arena team. Just like mine, actually, in a way. Any team that relies on Redbeard, that allows him to die in the first round for failure to have appropriate tanks, is a bad arena team. Good enough to get in the top 50, I suppose, because on offense, it's really, really great. But that's where it ends. Goodbye, Redbeard. And now I win. Let's see if we can lock Valiant out of his taunt. We do. That will allow us to actually go for their Argenta next. Oh, they're going to probably kill ours. Nope, they won't, because Their Argenta is also locked out of her AoE. How lucky. I'm going to go ahead and cleanse everybody on my team. Look at all of these people on their team that are completely locked out of doing anything helpful. Redbeard is a beast. That's why you must protect him. Alright, you are too low, so you are going to be the subject of our whack the plank. Okay. Hiker, get out of here. Boom. All right, we're going to take a look at what guild I'm in. It has been the request. Let's grab these quests, make sure that we get them. Oh, I need to buy more things from the shop, apparently. Guilds. I am in the Digital Imperial Corps. You can see some of the members on the team. And if I go into sharing, here's where I can see what everybody else is sharing. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Sharing, please. Thank you. I can see what everybody else is sharing here. I don't think anybody's sharing a Gorewell, man. No, no, no. Yeah. No Gorewell. Sorry, Tio. Unfortunately, I can't show you Gorewell because I don't have Gorewell, and nobody in my guild is sharing Gorewell. So we're a bit stuck. But my dudes, I hope everybody has an excellent rest of their day. Looks like it's going to rain here. It just hurricaned a couple days ago. There's trees down all over the place, but everybody seems relatively safe and healthy, which is great. For the those of you out there with sunny skies, go outside. Do something in the sunshine. It's good for you. And I will see y'all again on Saturday, 9 a.m. on the morning build. Have a good one, everybody.